Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 89 of SoulsBorne Battle to the Death. We're going to pick two random SoulsBorne bosses, and then they will be given a giant stack of toys to sort out. And whoever sorts out their pile of toys the fastest will be the winner. Got an email from Santa this week. He was looking for some help. So I offered up the SoulsBorne bosses. So when you ask me for help, you're getting whatever you get. So, sorry Santa, but I did the best I could, and these are the best people I have at my disposal. So, I appreciate you, but you gotta appreciate me. All right, the battlefield has been cleared. It can house any and all SoulsBorne bosses, and it has housed all of them at least once in a SoulsBorne Battle Royal that happened some time ago. This little generator that I have created has pretty close to 100 bosses in it, and some special spots that can create some interesting scenarios. We've had triple threat matches before. We had a Battle Royal, like I said. Patches has decided that he doesn't want to pick anybody, so he has me pick 3 different people and then choose one of those and all kinds of stuff. Okay, so we are going to stop this wheel and we are going to see who the first participant is going to be on this episode 89 of SoulsBorne Battle to the Death. Ebrietas, Daughter of the Cosmos. We have landed on Ebrietas a couple times, and as I said, I think not last week but the week before, she faced the Twin Princes, and what I would consider probably a hell of a fight. I'm sure that was a hell of a fight that took place. So Ebrietas is a cool boss. I'm pretty sure I've told the story before that I don't think I was playing Bloodborne. I don't know if Christian was looking for help or if I was looking for help. I don't think Christian was looking for help. Christian loves that game. But I think he just wanted to help me beat Ebrietas for whatever reason. So the two of us were battling Ebrietas, and it got down to the end, and I think Ebrietas was about to deal the final blow on me or something, and Christian just, from the side, just hit her with this enormous blow that got her attention, and I came in from the side and bam, and just nailed her. It was a perfect double team move, and we took her out, and it was just a cool little moment that I remember. But Ebrietas is definitely a cool boss, and yeah, she just looking at her, she looks like an overcooked pot of ramen noodles, but she is a tough boss. So landing on her in SoulsBorne Battle to the Death is always an interesting time. So if you hear any meowing in the background, my kitten wants to get out. I'll be letting her out very shortly. Hi, Titten. Well, you're a goof. I don't know what to tell you. So, all right, let us take this wheel for another spin. We are going to determine the opponent for Ebrietas, Daughter of the Cosmos. Oh boy. Oh yeah, she's gonna be sorting toys. Oh boy, I think Santa's gonna be really upset. Sorry, Santa. Like I said, you asked me for help. I don't know what to tell you. You should have known before you came to me. Should have known what you were gonna get. So. Oh, I'm looking at this list. Ebrietas has also faced Melania, Blade of Mikla, before. That was Battle to the Death 71, if you want to go check that out. Yeah, that's another interesting fight. So, and then Melania popped up 2 episodes later against the Dark Lurker. Anyway, Ebrietas, Daughter of the Cosmos, on one end of the battlefield, and on the other end we have a triple threat match. We have landed on a triple threat match. So we are going to pick 2 more competitors and make this a 3-way fight. I think this is only the second time this has happened in SoulsBorne Battle to the Death history. Let me look at the list. Yeah, we got... Shit, where was it? I just wrote it down. Where was it? It wasn't that long ago. Titten, I hear you. I'm sorry, but you got yourself stuck in here. I know it wasn't that long ago, but I can't find it on here. Of course, I'm probably just blind, and I should probably have my glasses on. That would be extremely helpful. There was a triple threat match not that long ago. Oh well, I can't find it right now. But anyways, so yeah, we have ourselves a triple threat match. So we're going to spin this wheel 2 more times and find 2 opponents for Ebrietas, Daughter of the Cosmos. And I have done a lot of talking this episode, so I'm not going to waste too much more time. We're going to stop the wheel right now. The Demon of Song. The Demon of Song. Demon of Song is interesting, I'll say that. I don't think a boss that anyone, sticks out in anyone's memory or anything like that, but it is what it is, So we have Ebrietas, Daughter of the Cosmos, then we have the Demon of Song. We're going to spin this wheel one more time. Courtney, could I get a drum roll, please? All right. Ebrietas, Demon of Song. And we have, for the 3rd and final opponent, Sin, the Slumbering Dragon. What we have here, ladies and gentlemen, are 3 very unique and different types of opponents in this triple threat match. So this is kind of interesting. I will say that much. This is definitely kind of interesting. All right. Ebrietas, Daughter of the Cosmos, the Demon of Song, and Sin, the Slumbering Dragon. We are going to go to the contractually obligated bios, so let's have a look at Ebrietas, Daughter of the Cosmos. Ebrietas, whose name I believe loosely translates to Chicken Noodle Soup Experiment Gone Horribly Awry, is the object of the Healing Church's worship in Bloodborne. She guides the Healing Church in the ways of blood administration and only communes with the highest members of the church. She was found by the Healing Church in the Old Labyrinth, and then the Healing Church later founded the choir to protect and study her. And she is the only one of the Great Ones who wants to coexist with humans, which probably lasted until you burst into her lair and tried to murder her. When you fight Ebrietas, in Phase 1, she will attack with her head, her arms, and her tentacles. Should be obviously as typical in Phase 1 of any boss ever. They're more docile, but in Phase 2 they're a little more aggressive, and she'll start spewing red fluid from her head, which is gross, and then she will also use projectiles and start executing random attacks after she loses her mind. So Ebrietas is a tough one. I definitely remember many tries in Bloodborne. But she's also a fun one and a cool but disgusting boss design. There's a lot of disgusting boss designs in Bloodborne. But yeah, I think it's nice to have Ebrietas with us, and I think it'll be interesting to see what mischief she can get into in Battle to the Death. The origins of the Demon of Song are unknown, but it was originally sealed in the Shrine of Amana because it developed a taste for human flesh. As if that was the most heinous crime committed in Dark Souls 2. At some point, the priestess tasked with maintaining the seal to its prison either died or became hollow, and the Demon of Song was able to escape its prison. I have to say, when I read about the lore on the fandom wiki, it says its name comes from its ability to mimic the song of Mephanito in order to lure prey into its... And then, like, I mistakenly read it as air. Like, in order to lure prey into the air is what I thought I read. And then I was like, haha, joke's on you. Like, the main character can't jump, so... But it's actually in order to lure prey into its lair. And that's really all there is in terms of lore. The Demon of Song resembles a frog-type creature that can pull its skin over its face to protect itself. And when it has its skin pulled down, it's basically impervious to damage. So you can only damage it by hitting it in the face or the arms. It can pull its arms out of its skin. It's very, very weird. Obviously, because it's a frog-like creature, it can jump very high and can cause a great deal of damage with attacks based on this, of course. But it also has a torpedo drive attack, which just basically makes it charge forward, and it can do a tremendous amount of damage at disconnects because it stays within its skin. It just hits you with its impervious skin. So that's no fun at all. It can also hit you with its arms, which is basically its most basic attack. It has grab attacks, and it can spit balls of water at you, which is really kind of gross when you think about it. That's really all there is in terms of anything on the Demon of Song. Not a whole lot to talk about. If he's remembered for anything in Dark Souls 2, it's probably just his basic look. There's some really awesome creature designs in the FromSoft universe. I think we can all agree. And I wouldn't go as far as saying the Demon of Song is one of them, but it's really interesting that it can pull its skin over its face and protect itself. It's just a little bit different. So I guess if anyone remembers the Demon of Song for anything, it'd be like that. And it does have a very grotesque face. That much is pretty clear as well. So I don't think it's regarded as being terribly tough. But I guess it can surprise you a little bit. It does have some attacks that can do some damage, and obviously it can create distance with its jumps, and it can be a problem. So I would think there would be some interesting fights for the Demon of Song and SoulsBorne Battle to the Death. So I guess we'll just have to see if we continue to land on it more, and see if we can manifest some of those fights and see what happens. Sin, you may be stunned to find, is a dragon who slept a lot. He's a long-sleeping dragon who was discovered by the people of Shova, Sanctum City. The Sunken King built Shova around Sin and created Dragon Sanctum for him so that he could rest peacefully. Which in my mind does quite the opposite, but that's just me. Eventually, Sir Jorg and the Drakeblood Knights mount a siege on Shova to kill the dragon and steal its blood, believing that it grants a true understanding of life, quote-unquote. I would have liked an explanation as to why they thought that, considering that's very vague. Jorg and the Drakeblood Knights are able to kill all the guards and fight their way all the way to Dragon Sanctum, where Jorg goes face to face with Sin. It doesn't go very well. Sin expels a whole bunch of poison that was built up in his body for whatever reason, which completely wipes out the whole city and kills Jorg. As I said while I was setting up this fight, this is a very interesting mix of unique bosses from the FromSoft universe. 3 very different types of styles here. I think I can go, pretty straightforward and say we can cut the Demon of Song out of the equation pretty much right away. I'm a little bit reluctant to say that. Its skin is pretty tough, and it's very difficult to do damage to, but this is Ebrietas, and Sin is still a dragon, so it's not really regarded as one of the tougher dragons in the FromSoft universe, but he's still a dragon, so, I would not discount him just because people don't really remember him that much. Basically, if Demon of Song shows its face one time to Ebrietas or Sin the Slumbering Dragon, he's going to pay the price for it, so I think we can cut him out of the equation. So it comes down to Ebrietas and Sin the Slumbering Dragon, and I think it's tough, to be perfectly honest with you. I think it's tough if you put them on the same level. But I really, really think I got to give the edge to Ebrietas. I think Ebrietas is more unpredictable, and I think Ebrietas is more diverse attacks, I guess, and can hit with a lot of different kinds of limbs because he's basically, overcooked pasta on an overturned bowl, I guess. So you never really know where all the tentacles are going to go, which way, whatever. So Ebrietas is tough, a really tough boss, and I think one of the tougher bosses in Bloodborne. So, and at the same time, I think Sin is a dragon, of course, but, I don't hear Sin being talked about as much as being one of the tougher bosses in all of anything, really, to be honest with you. So, I really think I got to give the edge to Ebrietas in this fight. I think Ebrietas walks away with the victory in this triple threat battle to the death. Yeah, that's just how I feel. That is just my opinion, but feel free to leave yours in the comments. And with that, yet another edition of SoulsBorne Battle to the Death draws to a close. RobertBlanchardBooks.com. If you're interested in the award-winning Roar of a Dragon series, you can win the first 3 chapters. Yeah, you can win them. You can read the first 3 chapters of each book there for free. If you'd like to hear more about them, the Rise of Dragons podcast, wherever you find your favorite podcasts. My Linktree, my Instagram, my Twitter, all Bobby's World 2110. Mondays, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is the Dark Souls Remastered No Estus run. I have been slogging my way through the catacombs, and it has been driving me literally insane. If you've been watching the past few episodes, you have seen that. I've been literally losing my mind. To the point where I've actually been pitching fits, I guess, a little bit, and I'm a little bit too old to be doing that, but, life has been biting me in the ass a little bit lately, so it's been a little bit tough with my anxiety-ridden ass to keep myself under control, but, I'm doing the best I can, so. But in this particular episode, I do find a boss, and I refuse to declare it a win or bust episode. So you can see whether I pay the price for doing that or whether I reign supreme. So go check that out if you are interested. And Wednesdays, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is what you're watching right now, SoulsBorne Battle to the Death. So I don't really have to explain what exactly that is to you. Back in the archives, I have the Elden Ring No Crimson Flask run, Volume 1 Limgrave. I have the Sekiro No Healing Gourd run. I have the Dark Souls 3 No Estus run, and the Dark Souls 3 No Level Up run. So all that is back there in the archives for you to check out. The Your Father's Story videos are there. There's 5 of them now. So just answering questions from a book I bought at Walmart for the boys and talking about life, and you can learn a little bit more about me, I guess, if you are interested in doing so. And the Bobby's World Hunger Games which is a very popular playlist on YouTube. That is there for your viewing pleasure. So there's 27 of those. So, and hopefully one coming up soon if I can find the time to just put one together and record one. It's been tough to find the time lately, but I will find the time and I will put one together. Live stream a few weeks ago of my Dark Souls 3 No Level Up build against the Nameless King. That went over 2 hours long. That was a few weeks ago, so check that out. That was a fun time. thinking about doing another live stream. Actually, if you've already watched this episode, that live stream may have already happened, and I don't exactly know what I'm going to play as I'm recording this. I'm actually thinking about putting a poll up on Facebook and sorting that out. So that's in the plans right now. I'm heavily debating that, though, because as I'm recording, Christmas is this week, and Christmas Eve. I'd have to do it on Tuesday, which is the eve of Christmas Eve. And I don't know how many people would be interested in that. I really want a live stream, but I don't know how many people will be interested. So I might just have to wait a week and just do the live stream the week after. So we'll see about that. Thank you all so much for your love and support. It's been very rewarding, and times have been tough lately. A little bit tough on the Bobster here. Just pushing through. Actually, this past weekend, I actually worked at a different store for the entire weekend. I got sent to save another store. The manager there was an old manager of mine who was in desperate need of a break. He's basically been working like all the time, and yeah, I got the call, so I was more than happy to help him out, and it felt good to do so. So I was glad to be able to do that. But doing so is a stress on me, because being in an unfamiliar place with unfamiliar people, I didn't really know anybody, and that's hard. It's really hard. But I enjoyed it. I had a good time. It was a pleasure working with the people there, and dealing with the customers there. So they were good people. So it was a good weekend. So. But still stressful, and I'm very tired. And I surprisingly have the next 3 days off, which I don't know how that happened. I didn't initially, but all of a sudden I do. So maybe that's a reward for doing what I did this weekend. I don't know, but I'm going to take it and I'm going to run with it. So I think I've earned a break, and I'm not going to complain about it. That's enough about me, me jabbering about my life. Thank you all so much once again for your love and support. The growth on the channel has been noticed and appreciated, and there is a thank you video up on the channel from a few weeks ago if you want to check that out. And I will be shouting out some new subscribers very shortly as well. I want to do that on a Dark Souls episode, where I can probably get the most exposure. I probably wouldn't get as much exposure at the end of an episode like this. So yeah, that's in the plans right now. So that's it. As you're seeing this, this is Christmas Eve, I believe this is Christmas Eve. So I hope everyone has an awesome Christmas, or whatever holiday you're celebrating. Doesn't matter. I hope everyone has an amazing time. I hope you spend just quality time with the family, and just enjoy life. It flies by, and I don't think we get enough time to just stop and smell the roses, so to speak, as the old saying goes. I try to do that as much as humanly possible. Just take a second and just take note of where I am, and just feel the moment. And I don't know, that may all sound stupid, but I think it's really important to do, because sooner or later it's going to be over, and we're not going to have that anymore, or by the time we realize it, we're going to be, sick or in pain, or, whatever. It's just going to be tougher to enjoy. So, I try to enjoy these moments while I can. And even as I'm sitting here recording this right now, I'm just enjoying the moment. I love doing this, and I love entertaining you guys. And I've introduced some new friends of mine to the channel, and they seem to be enjoying what they're seeing. And now they they didn't realize, they've known me for a couple years now, but they didn't know that, they didn't know that side of me. They didn't know I was an author. They didn't know I had a YouTube channel. They didn't know I was a podcaster, So they're seeing all these different layers of me, and now that's what they're saying, this guy has layers. He has layers. I don't know. It's just funny. But I love you guys for it. I really do. It means a lot. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope everyone has an awesome holiday season. I'm going to be back right on the other side of it with more content, and I'm going to keep pushing through. And my goal is to get my channel remonetized, if that's even a word. So we'll see if we can make that happen in 2026 or maybe beyond. It might take a little longer than that, but we'll find out what happens. But we're on track right now. Progress has been pretty good, so we'll just have to see what happens. But I need your support in order to do it. So, but in order to get your support, I have to keep pushing out quality content. So, I guess that's on me. The onus is on me to keep doing that. So, so I guess I've rambled on long enough. Thank you one last time for love and support. I love you guys very much. I hope you have an amazing week, amazing holiday. Be well, stay safe, and as always, it's Bobby's World, and you're all just living in it. See y'all, see you live, y'all. Bye.
Hey, boss.
Yes, Courtney.
Mrs. Anderson called. She wanted to order several copies of your books for family and friends.
Oh, that's amazing. Get some ordered, have them sent over to me, and I will sign them for her. I really appreciate it if you could do that for me.
I didn't know you were an author.
You did. Courtney, you've been with me for like 2 years now, and we've talked about it fairly constantly, and there's an ad at the end of every one of these videos.
Well, that doesn't mean that I listen to everything you tell me. Are the books any good?
Well, readersfavorite.com said that its intensity rivals that of the Game of Thrones series. I know, that's pretty crazy, but that's exactly what it says. It's on the Cry of a Raven review. Go check it out.
Well, that's pretty cool. What are the books about?
It's about a soldier who gets exiled for saving a baby dragon, and later he's killed, and he wakes up 3,000 years later with strange powers, and he's watched over by the very same dragon, and the world has been overrun by evil, and he now must travel back in time to stop the evil that started in his own home country.
Wow, that sounds interesting. How can I get copies of the books?
Well, you can go to robertblanchardbooks.com and order your copies there. You can read the first 3 chapters of each book there for free. And if you want to hear more about them, you can listen to the Rise of Dragons podcast.
You have a podcast too?
You know what, Courtney? You are doing such an amazing job that I think you are due for a raise. How does that sound?
Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. Thank you, boss.
You bet. Too bad the raise is going to be when I raise a water balloon over her head and just... Maybe I'll wait until her mom calls. I think she'll find that pretty funny. Go to robertblanchardbooks.com right now and get your copies of the series that got 3 5-star reviews from readersfavorite.com, 3 Author Shout Recommended Reads Awards, and 2 Literary Titan Silver Awards. You can read the first 3 chapters of each book there for free, read more reviews, short stories, and much more. And if you want to hear more about them, you can listen to the Rise of Dragons podcast wherever you find your favorite podcasts.